Hello, so today Jack and I will be explaining how to find the roots of the equation that we chose, which was q of x equals x to the fifth plus 27x squared. And what we need to do is first we have to set the equation equal to 0 and then solve for x. So I will do that now. So basically just write the equation out like this, x to the fifth plus 27x squared, and then just set that equal to 0. And in order to solve for x, you have to factor the left side of the equation, and I'll be back when I've factored out the left side. And so what I've done here is I've factored x squared out of x to the fifth to get x squared times x cubed plus 27x squared, and that's still equal to 0. Okay, and now what I've done here is I have factored out x squared from 27x squared. So I simply move the x squared to in front of the number 27, and now x squared is 27 is being multiplied by x squared, and x squared times x cubed is still the same, and the whole equation is of course still equal to 0. Okay, so what I've done here is I've factored x squared out of this equation, so I get x squared is multiplied by x cubed plus 3 cubed, and basically all 3 cubed is 27 rewritten, and that is still equal to 0. And since both terms are perfect cubes, you can factor using the sum of cubes formula, and that's basically what I've written here, where a is x and b equals 3. And all I've written here is our equation. I've just plugged it into this formula, and this is what I've come up with. And all we need to do now is factor and simplify. So I'll do that now. Okay, so basically this is what the equation is simplified down. So I've gotten rid of any extra non-essential parentheses and multiplied numbers like 3 squared out to get 9, to basically just make the whole equation easier to look at. So the equation is x squared times x plus 3 times x squared minus 3x plus 9, and that's still all equal to 0. Now, if any individual factor on the left side of the equation is equal to 0, the entire expression will be equal to 0. So, for example, x squared is equal to 0, x plus 3 is equal to 0, and x squared minus 3x plus 9 is also equal to 0. So you have to set all the factors equal to 0 to solve. Okay, now in order to set x squared to 0, all we have to do is take the square root of 0. So in this case, x would be equal to plus or minus square root, so this is square root of 0, and the square root of 0 is just 0, right? So that's it. And now I'm gonna pass it off to Jack so he can explain the second part of the problem.
So Ty got x equals plus or minus the square root of 0. So to complete the solution, the complete solution is the result of both the positive and the negative portions of the solution. So you're going to simplify the right side of the equation, and make it x equals plus or minus 0. Then you're going to rewrite the 0 as 0 squared. So x equals plus or minus the square root of 0 squared. Okay, so you're going to pull the terms out from under the radical, and you're going to get x equals plus or minus 0. Then plus or minus 0 is equal to 0 times x equals 0. Then x plus 3 equals 0, and subtract the 3 from both sides. And then set the factor to 0. Okay, so once you set it all to 0, like x plus 3 equals 0 and x minus 3 equals 0, subtract 3 from both sides, and then you're going to do x squared minus 3x plus 9 equals 0. And then what you're going to do from here is you're going to put this into a quadratic formula. So a equals 1, b equals -3, and c equals 9. So once you simplify all of your work down in the quadratic formula, you're going to get x equals 3 plus or minus 3i over 3 squared, not over 3 squared, 3 squared times 2 times 1. And that's obviously going to become 2 times 1. So that's going to be x equals 3 plus or minus 3i square root 3 over 2. Then you're going to want to simplify it to make it plus or minus. So it's going to be x equals 3 plus 3i square root 3 over 2. And then x equals 3 minus 3i square root 3 over 2. So these two would be the final answers. Okay, so the final answer is x squared times x plus 3, parentheses, x squared minus 3x plus 9 equals 0 is true. So your final answers would be x equals 0, -3, 3 plus 3i square root 3 over 2, and then your other final answer would be 3 minus 3i over square root 3 over 2. And yeah. And have a great summer, guys. Nice knowing all of you guys.